Have you ever made a decision you thought was right at the time, only to realize later that it would cost you everything? Gloria knows this all too well. Her story isn't just about love, it's about choices, regrets, and the price we pay when we let desire guide our lives. Gloria was beautiful, fair skin, tall, graceful. Everyone admired her. She married Philip, a kind and simple man. Their life was comfortable, though not filled with the excitement of wealth or glamour. They were happy, or so it seemed. But there was one thing missing, something they both longed for: children. For years, Gloria and Philip tried everything: doctors, treatments, prayers. Nothing worked. Gloria felt the pain every time she saw a new family or heard about a pregnancy. They both did, but it hurt her more. The silence in their home was heavy. The dream of being a mother seemed so far away. But even in the middle of all this struggle, they held on. They tried to make their love work, even when their world felt incomplete. Then one day, Gloria met Simon. He was everything Philip wasn't: young, confident, rich, and powerful. He was a politician in their town, and everyone knew him. Simon's charm was magnetic, and Gloria couldn't help but be drawn to him. It started with simple conversations, but it quickly became something more. For the first time in a long while, Gloria felt seen for more than just her struggles. Simon made her feel alive, as though she was more than just a wife who couldn't have children. He made her feel wanted, special. One day, after a few weeks of meeting in secret, Gloria and Simon crossed the line. They started an affair, and just like that, a new chapter of her life began, one she never expected, and one she would come to regret. Gloria didn't expect to get pregnant, but when she found out she was, it felt like a dream. She had what she wanted, but the truth was, it wasn't her husband's child. It was Simon's. When Philip found out about the affair, things broke apart. The trust was gone. It was painful for both of them, but Gloria didn't know how to stop what had already started. She stayed with her father, carrying the child Simon had given her, but the joy didn't last long. At 6 months, she lost the baby. It was devastating. She had carried a piece of hope inside her, and it was taken away. The heartbreak was more than just losing a child. It was the loss of the future she had imagined. Her marriage to Philip ended after that. The trust was shattered, and Gloria felt the weight of her choices, knowing she had caused so much pain. Despite the miscarriage, Simon didn't leave Gloria. He stayed by her side, and she found comfort in his promises of a new life together. They became more than just lovers. She was going to be his second wife. At first, everything seemed perfect. Gloria finally had the child she wanted, and Simon had promised to love her always. But as time passed, things began to change. Simon's attention drifted. He wasn't just spending time with Gloria. There were other women, other distractions. Gloria began to feel neglected again, but she stayed, hoping it would get better. She had given up everything for this life, and she couldn't bear to face another loss. Then one day, Simon got sick. It wasn't just a cold or something simple. His health started to deteriorate fast. He went to the hospital, and after many tests, they found out it was HIV. The disease he'd gotten from his reckless choices, sleeping with other women, was now part of their reality. Gloria was devastated. She had loved Simon, trusted him, but now she had to face the consequences of her own choices. She was tested too, and just like that, her life was changed forever. She too had contracted the disease. It was hard for Gloria to accept. She had spent so long running away from her pain, from the silence in her life, but now she had to face the reality that her decisions had led her to this place. Simon's health worsened, and soon he passed away. Gloria was left alone, with nothing but memories of a life filled with broken promises. And even after his death, the consequences of their choices haunted her every day. Philip, her first husband, had moved on. He remarried and had children, 8 of them. He had the family they had always dreamed of. Meanwhile, Gloria was left in her father's house, a shadow of the woman she once was. Now, all Gloria had were her regrets. She spent her days thinking about how different her life could have been if she had made different choices. But it was too late. The disease she carried would never leave her, and neither would the pain of knowing what could have been. Sometimes we make decisions thinking they will lead us to happiness, but in reality, they only bring us closer to regret. Gloria's story is one of love, betrayal, and the harsh consequences of living for the moment without considering the long-term cost. The price of desire isn't always worth it. It's a lesson Gloria learned too late, but maybe it's one that we can learn from today. What do you think of Gloria's story? Do you think she could have made different choices? Share your thoughts below and let's talk about the consequences of our decisions. Meanwhile, subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification button to always join us in this story time.